Okay, dokie, welcome back. Vintage League SqueeVine time. I promised myself I wasn't going to play any Squee between now and Eternal Weekends because I didn't want to tempt myself down a questionable avenue. These lizards match. This SqueeVine list is taken from Tar Jordan online, so Tar Jordan for the list. 8 graveyard hate pieces in the board, not a fan. 7 creature hate in the board, I do like. And then in the main deck, we've got the classic stuff. So we've got the 12 free permission plus misstep chalice and 1 subtlety, 4 vigors, 8 squeeze, 8 lizards, 8 4 power creatures, noxious wasteland strip, bizarre powder. That's the list. The aim is to activate Bazaar of Baghdad, discard some threats into play, and then play like a Delver strategy after that, where we get in for a few points of damage each turn, interact with our opponent, accrue card advantage through Squee and Master of Death, and play a kind of controlling tempo Bazaar list. So you're typically, historically, very good into a lot of the combo matchups. Dredge gets better post board when you bring in 4 traps, 4 ley lines. And then Lurrus control, you shake your opponent's hand, you get up, and you get a drink before the next round because you're dead. So that's SqueeVine. We're going to run it through a league, try and have some fun, and we'll see what happens. Okay, then round 1. We're on the play against Care Bears. I don't know, there's a little pause, so maybe they've got a Lurrus to the Dream Den. Okay, opponent does have the Lurrus. We don't have the Bazaar of Baghdad, so we're going to go to 6. We have a Bazaar, we've got some permission, we've got turn 1 Vengevine, turn 1 Hollow 1. Powder's going to go to the bottom of the deck. No way to protect this Bazaar of Baghdad, so we've just got to protect our boys in play and ourselves. So we'll keep this, thank the Powder for its service, but it's not needed today. And then we will start to vine the bears, I guess. So Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh, I get to discard lizards. Oh, life's so sweet sometimes. So lizard, vine, lizard. This is home, isn't it? This is. I do enjoy Dredge, but lizard, lizard, vengevine. Oh, pay me. See, turn 1 kills today. Get out of here. Lol. In the dark, Lurrus of the Dream Den. Should we just stock up on blue? But then what do you cut? The vigors? A couple of vigors? And a squee? And a red lizard? Oh no, maybe not squee them. Send something like this. So 7 lizards, max blue, so we can interact with frogs, and containment priests, Yixla jailers, bowmasters, thunder trap trainers, and also just have a high density of blue cards on the draw. I think I like this as a suspicious sideboard plan in effectively the dark. So yeah, no. That's a nice start to a league though. Turn 1 kill, just the way it should be in the Lord's greatest format. Okay, game 2, we've got a keeper. We've got no way to protect ourselves though on the draw, which is concerning. So something along the lines of Land Needle. But that's always the case with these Bazaar decks. You're on the draw. You've just got to accept what you're given by the deck, and then usually the first Bazaar activation does a lot of the heavy lifting for the way the game's going to play out. Our opponent has taken their Lurrus out and mulliganed to 4 with a Leyline of the Void. However, they've got a Volcanic Island. That's cool. Into a Sol Ring. Okay, okay. So they're on a breach style list. They've got 1 card in hand. We've got 5 power on turn 1. Let's see what we can do with that. Misstep's a nice one. So let's go Lizard, Powder, Squee, I guess. We'll cast the Lizard, and we'll cast the Hollow one. So opponent mulligan to quite a low quantity of cards. We weren't able to come up with like great amounts of protection, but we have been able to put threats in play. Lurrus is not in the list, so they can't buy that this turn. They just got to deal with what they've got. Not stock up. Please fuck off. Time walk. Okay, that's acceptable. Time walk into Misty, fetch out a Surveil. Cool stuff. Oh, or have they net deck Sean and they don't have access to a Surveil land? Wrecked. Yeah, looks to be the case. Looks to be the case. There's a Saga. Okay, why do you need Surveil lands when you can just top deck the world, eh? Right, so we need to find a wasteland and we need to find it on this activation. Serum powder. I've only got 2 vigors left, remember? Not ideal. So powder, noxious, noxious. We're going to go. We're going to get him for 5. We can still get one next turn, actually, and it'll be acceptable. Like a wasteland next turn. It's just if this saga resolves, we're going to have problems. Underground Sea gets fetched up in the upkeep. So I will bring the other 2 vigors back in a moment. Opponent has no plays, which is cool. Blazing Lizard. I'm going to activate because I want to hit a land drop. I hit nothing. Okay, so Lizard, Squee, Master can go. They're going to make a 2-2 and then a 2-2 and then they will get a Needle. And we've just got to hope we can get around it all. I will send this green lizard in. Because I don't care if they block it. I want to get round at the outside of everything they're doing. So this will be a 2-2, then a 3-3, then they'll have 2 4-4s. We'll trade off and get him for 1, I guess. It's going to be the joke there. I've got negation up. This Noxious I'm holding on to on the vain hope that I one day draw one of my 2 vigors. I didn't drop all of them, did I? No, yeah, just 2. Okay. So Saga resolving. A classic case of a hellbent opponent drawing, you know, something close to perfect. So I assume this is just going to be a Needle. Yeah, Needle's here. So I've got Misstep Master negation to get through with now. And I could just send one hollow one in, right? One hollow one looks good. Subtlety. Interesting. So once I've hit the one hollow one in, their dudes are tiny. I'm not big enough to eat the other hollow one, right? So this trades off, and now they've got a 3-3. So then next turn, my hollow one's absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Cool, another volcanic. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Look at the size of my hollow one. I've not ever seen one be this big before. Mindbreak Trap. So the hand keeps improving in terms of not dying to combo. But it doesn't keep improving in terms of finding a vigor or a way out of this situation. But I really like that one hollow one attack into the 2 4-4s. I'm not a massive fan of this, so I'm going to try and fight it. I've got a Flusterstorm. Okay. I can't pay. I can't pay. And I continue to not be able to pay. You've got a Ruby, you've got a 4-4. But you have to block my 4-4. Which means I'm going to put you to 1. Wasteland. Okay. They both come in. 4/4's trade. And then I'm just going to have the Wasteland in play and insulate against the idea of a Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Oh, actually, I should probably give them a land, right? Here you go. Grab this Misty. Okay, yeah, you got it, bro. It's fine. You've got one card and I've got a misstep. Looks tough. Looks tough indeed. Very nice. Okay. We've won a match of Magic the Gathering, which is oh god, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So game 1 was classic. Just Lizard Vine Hollow 1 with protection, right? And then this game was a bit more of a slog. They got to resolve a Saga, but we had a nice attack with a single Hollow 1. And that was that. Needle came down. Nobody cared. Okay, round 2, we are on the play. We're up against Hazuhiro Nakamura, who I played against recently, actually. And they did well in the vintage thing, right? Yeah, top 32. Decent stuff. Turn 1, Vengevine. Fuck, this deck's so cool. So cool. Look at my Bizarro Baghdad and look at my Vengevine and look at my Lizards. Rah. Blue card? It's over. Opponent doesn't have a Lurrus to the Dream Den, nor do they have 2 Lizards to Vengevine. Cast this guy. There's that thing, right, with like Eternal Weekend where I'm like 95% to play Dredge because I think it's better. But if I just go along, play Squee, go 4 and 4, and then go home, I'm gonna have the absolute time of my life. Really tough. You're at 16. I've got a Force of Will, and then when you use your fetch land, you're gonna draw it 2 more times. Like, what a delight! Bizarre Baghdad. Oh god. Okay, so if we're up against Dredge, game 1 is actually horrendous, even with a start like this. We can fight the Hollow one on the way through. Ichrid, Stinkweed Imp. This looks like a Grief. Chalice of the Void doesn't matter. Hollow one will fight. They've got 4 cards left in hand. That happens, and then it's back to us. So we can try and find a Wasteland, and then we can top their Stinkweed Imp. Force of Vigor isn't going to be relevant if they don't have a Hollow one now. There's not a world where I'm going to need this Force of Negation. I'd rather just get in this nice attack. Actually, Hollow one could be relevant, couldn't it? Because of me eating their Stinkweed Imp. Okay, well that's an interesting thought. Let's get their graveyard slightly out a bit. So we'll pass to them. They'll have 2 Ichrid triggers on the stack. They'll activate the Bizarre Baghdad and we'll top the Stinkweed Imp. So up and down to 1. Let's see how many dredges they come with this time, because if they only come with 1, then I will hit the Stinkweed Imp again. Up and down to 3 cards, sorry. Okay, so like another Bizarre is going to really body us here. They discard those cards. So let's have this resolved now. They don't bring back any Ichorids. I'll get priority again, and I'll top your Stinkweed Imp. And they've got a Force of Will this time, pitching Mindbreak Trap. So then they get a single dredge off a Stinkweed Imp. Stinkweed Imp, Ichorid, Creeping Chill. Bizarre? No, perfect. Okay. So the Creeping Chills are going to start becoming a problem. And I need to find a Wasteland. I do not, but I do find a Lizard. And they only have 1 Dredger. They've got 3 Ichorids, and they've got 1 Dredger. So we can go in response to their thing. On your Stinkweed Imp. So I go to 12. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Could be another force. No, can't because they've got a black card. Do we know about a black card? No, we don't know about a black card. And then they're going down to 1 card for the draw step. And even if it's a hollow 1, they're dead to the board. That's game. Triple Noxious. Basically leyline. So sort by mana value helps no one. Cool. So we want the black cards. We don't want the chalice. We don't want the negation. We're not too interested in the traps either. Can I get rid of the Force of Wills? Probably not. But I'll bring in these guys. So then I've got 1 card to bring in. Let's grab a Subtlety. Discuss. What do we think of this setup? I think it's great. It's not entirely true, but I think this is the setup that we want. 8 hate cards. Pyro-K to clean up what's left. Subtlety to just exist and trigger a Vengevine maybe. Hopefully just get exiled to a powder, to be honest with you. But so no powder, so Subtlety is going to remain in my deck. Ravenous Trap, Wasteland. I'm still not going to keep this. Bizarre, Leyline, Vigor. Yeah, this is a keep. Put 2 cards on the bottom. Do I need the Vigor? Or can I just get rid of Master of Death Vigor? I think I'm going to do that. I've got a Leyline. You haven't. They've kept on 7 though. They've got a Bazaar of Baghdad. Exiling. Exiling what? What will you exile? 2 Dredges and an Amalgam. No follow-up Hollow 1. And then upkeep, nothing. Let's go Wasteland. Wasteland pass. Upkeep kill. So this is sketchy, right? Because I'm getting them 2 more looks towards the second Bazaar of Baghdad. But then this Bazaar of Baghdad is a lock to be under the ley line. So this might be really bad, but it's a bit of fun. Because if they just Vigor me in response there, they didn't end up doing it. If they Vigor me in response, then and then Noxious, then I'm fucked. Well, I'm fucked anyway, but hey ho. Looks like they found the Bazaar and the Vigor, so maybe I'm just going to look like a dum-dum, but it's fine. 2 squeeze. I hope they don't have it, because I just want to chill and play with my 2 squeeze, you know? It's a hollow 1. You got a Vigor? No. End step activation on the Bazaar of Baghdad. They got rid of a Shambling Shell last turn. So they've got the green card rolled up, right? It's probably a Troll and a Noxious. Wasteland of your own. That was unexpected. Was unexpected. Golgari Grave Troll's gone. 2 cards left. That's a hollow 1. Then they Wasteland my Bazaar of Baghdad, which is a shame. So we'll just kill their thing. And top deck a Wasteland, I guess. 2 squeeze come back to our hand. They didn't just let us sit here and have fun with our Bazaar. Cool. Attack for 4. You'll go. At some point, they're going to have to take a turn off. They're doing it now. What a draw. What a draw. So we'll wait until their end step, I think, before we decide here, because I want to know whether I need Wasteland or Bazaar of Baghdad more. Bazaar goes up, Bazaar goes down. Maybe I'm just supposed to take the Bazaar and presume It's good. I'm going to take the Bazaar of Baghdad. I think that's got to be the way to play. And they found the Vigor. If I had the Wasteland, it would be really good right now. Okay, you'll go. And they're online now, which is a real problem. But I've got 2 squees going and the ability to find a Ravenous Trap. I've still got 4 in my deck and there's 47 cards in there. I've got 2 Bazaars. I think I'm okay, but it's just a bit sketchy, you know? Squeeze all the way up. Play the second Bazaar. Creature? No creature. I will discard the stuff though. I don't care too much about my Vengevine. So this is what matters now. But I've got a Ravenous Trap, right? Creepy Children Amoeba, Force of Will. They're still at 12. And I've got 3 Bazaars, 4 Squeeze, and I'm having the time of my life. 1 Lizard, and 12 turns to play with. This is great. This is great. See you later, Dredge. I'm not playing you anymore. Home sweet home until I play against Lurrus Control. Master of Death comes back. Oh, yeah. Lizard? Sure. There's a strip mine. Let's activate this again. Fine. Fine, I'll attack with a Vengevine. If I must. I'll kill them quickly. Cool. Got a little sweaty in the mid game there. And I immediately got punished for my Bazaar, but then my Bazaar built me out of it. But they could have quite easily hit 1 Dredger there and the whole game changes, right? So, sweaty stuff, cool match. Round 3 coming up. Okay, round 3 up against the Floatist. No Lurrus of the Dream Den revealed. We don't have a Bazaar. We're going to lose 2 Vigors, 2 Noxious. I can't talk, man. We're going to lose 2 Noxious to this Powder, which is fine. It's just one of those things to take note of. Because we are quite exposed to Wasteland. However, the presence of, well, the absence of Lurrus, I guess, means we're less likely to get Wastelanded. We're less likely to Wasteland them. I've got a Bazaar. Okay. The Floatist. How do we know there's not others? How do we know that they are the only one? Jessamine of the Bitter Blossom, Snow-Covered Island. Nihil Spellbomb. You've got it, buddy. What the fuck does this mean? Nihil Spellbomb. They're just playing like a blue-black standstill deck? I don't understand. Snow-Covered Island reminds me of that Oath deck. Who used to play that? KFC Chicken? Snowco Oath? Sure. I'm just going to strip mine them, I'm not going to lie to you. That's if I ever reconnect to the game. Yeah, okay. Right, so they've got 5 cards in hand. Click. Your land's dead. And then we can look at vigoring them. Snow-Covered Island, Mana Crypt, Underground Sea. Okay. So it's just turn 2 Tinker. Why is there no cat if we're main decking the bomb? I mean, there's nothing wrong with main deck bomb. Oh, maybe we're like against Beseech Storm? That could be a thing. That could be a thing as well. Beseech Storm. This is interesting. I'm trying to work out what they're on. I'd really like them to tap their Underground Sea. They haven't. I think I'm just going to throw this figure at them and see if I get something out of them. Just hit those two, please. This one and this one, yeah. See you later, Viney boy. Thanks for playing. 4 cards on the other side of the table. We're going to vigor them. See if it gets any sort of response. They'll get my Wasteland at the very least and a new card. But looks like we've... Oh no. So they're floating 2 mana and cracking the Spell Bomb. Happy for that to happen. Oh, it offers if they want to pay. So they do pay. So they've got no intention of exiling, of countering this figure then by the looks of things. No. So you got 2 mana floating in your end step. That doesn't seem relevant. Wasteland? Hollow one. Okay. That'll suit me too. Squee, lizard. If it's Oath, then it's Oath. Nothing we can do about that. Nothing we can do about that at this point. We're just going to send the cards in the manner that the game asks us to. Black is a vamp. That doesn't seem great for me. Is this just Lotus, Oath of Druids? I'm still I'm still trying to work out what they're doing, you know? Academy. Currently one of the more dubious academies I've seen to date. But I'm starting to think they're on Beseech Storm. There's the Lotus. So Academy taps for 1, Lotus taps for 3. Do you have a Hull Breacher in your deck? You should probably play that now if you do. Or do we think they'll try and get me? Three cards in hand. I can't think of a Beseech line from here. I think you need another Mox to get there, right? But even then... Yeah, no, so another Mox, and then you can, like, Beseech, Bargain, Yorgwill, Lotus Crypt, Jet, Spellbomb, Beseech, Tendrils, Beseech, Tendrils, something like that, yeah. Okay, so like Beseech plus Mox might kill from here, but you need to have that, right? And you got to feel like you got away with one when your opponent casts a Vampiric Tutor and then their turn is land go. I think we need to consider the concept of Hull Breacher, at least accept that the card exists. And I think that's enough thinking about Hull Breacher for now, and I'm going to activate my card. I'm going to discard 3 Squee Goblin the Bob, and I'm going to attack for 9. In we go. Cool. I'm happy with them having Hull Breacher post board, but I think game 1, I'm just, you know, you've got it. That's congratulations. I discard my 3 Squees. Mystical Tutor from Vampiric Tutor isn't enough. So Tinker or Beseech would be the gets from here. Maybe Ancestral. Yawgmoth will. Okay. Okay. one card and 2 cards in hand, so I might be behind here. I might be losing. Will they tap their academy first of all? I wonder if they've got Flusterstorm. BBB. Yogmoth Will. We pay a life. You got a Flusterstorm? You got a Force of Will? Nope. That's game. Okay. The classic Vamp for Mystical line doesn't quite pay off for our opponent. I'm going to bring in a few Pyro Ks and a few Ravenous Trap. I don't think I'm bringing in 3 of each. I'm pleased to see it's not Oath of Druids. I'm going to cut the Subtlety. Oh, is that even true? Maybe I want Subtlety over Pyro K. Then I can't get a Whole Breacher off the board. So no, I'm going to do what I said. Something like this. Something like this, but maybe not exactly this. Oh, maybe we're just so good. Maybe our deck's just so absolutely perfect that we don't care. Maybe we don't want the traps at all. One of each lizard in exchange for some Pyro Ks, just to kill a Whole Breacher. Maybe I can play a Subtlety again. 2 Pyro K and a Subtlety, plus 4 Force of Will and 4 Mindbreak Trap. Yeah, I'm kind of game. I'm kind of game. Just consider the Whole Breacher, accept it exists, but don't overdo it. So 1 of each lizard for 2 pyros is what we're going with. Okay, game 2. We're going to start off with a powder. We're down to just 1 Pyro K. Now we're going to keep this hand with no turn 1 protection against spells. But we have got a Vigor, because they'll be on Leyline. They've mulliganed to 6, don't have Leyline. Ruby. Vexing Bauble. Okay, so we'll go with the Stone Rain. And then we'll pass, and we're on Vines. Stone Covered Swamp. Manifold Key. Okay. Wouldn't mind a Strip Mine. So the game plan here is just hit Vengevines forever. I will discard it now. I'm not too stressed. They might just have a quick Vault Key, and that's absolutely fine. If they're going to have Vexing Bauble Vault Key, they're going to have Vexing Bauble Vault Key, you know? Can't argue. Polluted Delta fetches immediately. Snow Covered Island. Time Vault, yeah, sure, fine. And I can't deal 16 this turn, so that's great. Cool stuff. Very good hand from the opponent. Our hand couldn't protect. I think I'm still happy with my setup. Maybe the Noxious are actually quite weak, but I've already pressed submit. Noxious in for this guy. Noxious in for this guy. And I've still got, 8, 12, 14 green. Oh, sorry, 14 green. I think that's acceptable. Okay. Game 3 then, and we're on the play. This is to 6. This is to 5. And this is suddenly just the issue with Squee, but this is a hand, so I'll keep this. I'm going to pitch Negation Vengevine. Say done. Bazaar of Baghdad, you'll go. I actually hate that negation drop now. So back to us. I don't see the need to activate just here. I'm quite happy with my hand. They got an Ancestral. Wow. I'm going to pitch the Master. That just gets through. They're on 5 cards. Blue card, doesn't they? Kill the land, half the turn. Don't know about being 3 turns into the game before I activate Bazaar of Baghdad, but that's where I'm at. We've got another underground sea. Pyrokinesis, I think, can go. Into a Vengevine, okay. Could have done with another waste there. Or a blue card to go with this Force of Will. Lorien revealed. Just going to get them another land, probably a snow one. No, they get another sea. Okay. Okay. I'm not in love with our spot. Any mocks to go with that sea just means that we're so far behind to a Hull Breacher. They could have a kill from here as well. Underground sea, time vault, sure. Cool, cool. Bazaar of Baghdad, I'm not sure if I care about that one. I'm going to get rid of the Vigor and lean on the Trap and the Force. Do. 4 cards for the opponent. I think we're struggling. I think we're struggling here. They opt out of skipping a turn. Vamp, DT, Beseech are all going to kill from here. Tolarian Academy, okay. Nihil Spellbomb's fine. One a turn is probably not the clock we're looking for. I think I have to fight stock up. Two cards left in hand. If one of those is a Voltaic Key, then that's fine. I will flip the Bazaar for Lizards. Don't get them. Hit the Wasteland I wanted. Force of Vigor could be interesting in the future. Get in for 1. But I'm just not convinced we've got much of a future. That's the problem. The amount of mana and cardboard they've got in play is very upsetting. Stock up. Okay. Okay. So we go down to Beseech Storm, which should be a matchup we're cruising in. Maybe I played the beginning wrong because I didn't activate my Bazaar for ages. My hand was good. There was that discard of Vengevine and Negation, where it could have been Vengevine and Wasteland. And then because of their turn 1 crypt, I pitched the other card, the Master of Death. I think you just Spellbomb me, right? Spellbomb me, see if you just rip it. Weird. Okay, so maybe they just got the Hull Breacher. Maybe they've just got the Hull Breacher. Opponent pondering on the Master. Okay, so they're going for the Spellbomb. I think we could have done that in their turn, because if they just draw the Manifold Key there, then they're in such a great spot. Green card. Attack for 1. What's this? Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. So that's like a Hull Breacher, but more of a problem. How do I win? Oh, they've given me the turn again. Okay. I'm still going to go after their 2 artifacts to try and kill this academy. Nice skip. I've got no interest in activating my Bazaar at the moment. They take a turn. I've got 1 Pyro K to deal with this Bowman. But I don't think I'm winning from here. I think this seems really tough. And they can still Yorgwill back on, can't they? To Vault Key. So it's just like a stopgap. But like, okay. Okay, this is cool. So they've got to do all of this Bowmaster clicking. But I've got cards again. I've got cards again. I'm at 1. I'm at 2. That's not very good then, is it? Having cards again when you're at 2 is questionable. So I need to top deck Pyro K, kill it, and then resolve 2 hollow ones. Tough beats. Means I can't Noxious, I can't misstep. I can only negate. Oh, hang on, do they have another turn after this? Where are we at? Oh yeah, I think they've got another turn, haven't they? Okay. Fine. Is that the match? That's a shame. I was having fun. Right, next round. Okay, we're up against Mr. Mana Drain. I want my chat log up. That's what I want. There we go. So I'm gonna mulligan, and I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna drop Mindbreak Trap because I'm presuming Bazaar of Baghdad on the opposite side of the table. Oh, I've got a Chalice to avoid. Last time they were on mono white actually. Last time I played them. Okay, so we've already made mistakes. So I hate it when you do that sort of thing. When you're like, okay, yeah, no. So I've had 1 decision so far this game, and that is which of these 7 cards at the bottom. 5 of those cards are non-negotiable. Right, like we're gonna keep the squeeze, we're gonna keep the wasteland, we're gonna keep the bazaar. So I had a 50-50 coin flip, and I think I've already fucked it up. But they are on bazaar today. Let's hope for acceptable. It's not acceptable, bro. That's not acceptable. So the chalice is going to be a discard spell later. I'd like to draw a misstep or a force of will. It's a noxious revival. Okay, that might work. Okay, so have you got anything? End step noxious to play around the negation. And it's just that apparently saving yourself from yourself is not going well either. With regards to me playing this instead. I'm gonna top that instead of dredge. I'm gonna top that thug just to get it out the way. Just get the bazaar 1 card deeper because I want my bazaar activation. I could have picked up wasteland, but then I'm giving them a bazaar. activation. I don't think that's going to work for us. So they draw a card for the turn. If they've got another Bazaar, then I'm just cold. They don't have another Bazaar. I get my Bazaar activation first. I've got 2 Bazaars as well, but my Bazaars are worse than their Bazaars. Lizard, Squee. No, Squee, I think. Yeah, Squee. You'll go, boss. Icarid triggers, opponent leaves it behind, plays their Bazaar Baghdad, dredges 3. And that's going to be that. It's going to be hard for us to come back from that. We need to find a wasteland this turn. Bridge from Below is in Cabal Therapies. What a hero. At least they're doing something cool. Let's get this graveyard out of here. Bridge from Below, Icarid Therapy, Grief. Yeah, I'm in love. My graveyard slightly less acceptable. 2 therapies, 1 bridge. Give me my cards back. I don't have anything. Fight through that. That's so funny. So we're in trouble for game 1. A bit of combo dredge. Combo dredge gonna beat us hard, I think. What do we do? We're gonna get back. I'm gonna get back Earth. Squeeze, pray for wastelands, and then go from there. Bridge, Icarid, Grief, Thug. Wasteland. Any Force of Wills? No. But Lizard, Squee. Okay. Lizard, Squee. This might be the way back in. Cast Lizard. Cast Lizards. Cast Hollow One. This is going to resolve because they're not going to have Force of Wills in this deck, right? Play Wasteland and Wasteland you. You've got 4 cards left. Do you have any more Noxious there? That's going to be the big question going forwards. Chalice of the Void continues to do nothing, but at some point we'll have to discard 6 cards, you know. Icarid's going to come back. It's going to eat that grief, and then it's going to make a bunch of shit with the therapies and the bridges. Dread Return, nothing to dread. Another Bazaar. They can't have another Bazaar. They would have heard about it already. We would have heard about it on turn 2. So then you're going to therapy me. There's 0% chance you're naming Chalice of the Void. You get a token. You got 2 Icarids. I've got a second Bazaar. I think am I in an acceptable spot at the moment? Is that real? Maybe not, because I need to get rid of my creatures, right? Squee comes back. Squee comes back. Force of Will's a cracker. So let's activate Squee. Activate Bazaar, sorry. Squee. Chalice. And then activate again, see if we can just upgrade these masters to something else. Vine, Powder Master. And then we'll get in for 6. Opponent can't block because of Bridge from Below. Let's leave the red one behind. Because they do have double Icarid, right? So they don't block. Just a shame. Oh, hang on, I can subtlety. Double Icarid. Okay, let's think this through. Icarid eats grief. You get 1 bridge token. You dredge 3. Sure. So we'll just chill. I'm happy with having another 2/2. You still can't attack. I can counter your spells. You can have another 2/2. If you look like you're going to get more than that, that's okay. That's scary. Do I want subtlety? You've got a thug here now. You can't attack. The other thing is I can get this vine back and kill all their bridges later. So like 2 bridges, and then this turn I just say I'm going to pitch my subtlety, regardless, so my creatures die, and we eat these bridges. Are they going to therapy me again? I don't know what they named last time. I'm not checking. 6 cards. They could therapy themselves. If they therapy themselves, then I'm just cruising, right? Like, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm always going to have double permission. I'm always going to have... You therapy yourself, right? Yeah, you got to. So they're going to therapy themselves. They're going to get 2 creatures. That's fine. They'll therapy themselves, and then they'll get rid of like their Grizzlebrand or something. And then I've got double Force of Will for that. Dread Return, Shambling Shell, Powder, Narc. So nothing too exciting there. They just get rid of a thug, I think. And now I'm just gonna body them with Vengevine, I presume. We get back 3 creatures. We won the Wasteland battle. That Noxious was highly suspect, I do appreciate, but now we just need any creature, and we're gonna wreck their bridges. So squee, lizard, and then we'll consider what we've got going on here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's just not actually how you count, Josh. Come on. So subtlety pitching, Master of Death. I get Vengevine. I kill your bridges, and I've got double Force open. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That was not helpful. Done. See you later, bridge from below. I'll cast a Hollow One. And I don't think I need to do much else. I think I can just attack with my 2 4-power creatures. And I've got double Forcible. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. Icarus trigger. I think that's largely fine. Icrid eats grief. The other Icrid probably doesn't speak up, right? Do you want to eat both thugs? You do want to eat both thugs. Okay. But I've got a Hollow One hiding behind my graveyard here. This game's cool, man. Is that their graveyard? That's horrendous. Yeah. Okay, sideboarding against Dredge is pretty face up. This is some cardboard, and I'm going to get rid of the Chalice to start with, because I always forget about that one. And then if I do this, do I want just the 4 Pyrokays? And the Subtlety again. 2 Subtleties, 8 pieces of cardboard. Yeah, cool. I like it. See you later, blue cards. Thanks for joining. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. So, what are we doing? Combo Dredge is cool. Combo Dredge is on my list of things to play prior to Eternal Weekend. But you just saw it lose. And I mean, let's be honest. I'm not playing Combo Dredge because of the squee matchup. That would be absurd. Although someone I'm staying with is potentially on it. I pair them every year, so maybe I should tech for that matchup. So, alright, game 2. Okie dokie, next game then. And we got a powder hand. 2 Wasteland of Vigor leaving is kind of depressing. But hey ho, 6 cards. Leyline, Trap, Wasteland. Discuss the hand. and a Pyro K. And then we sit here and chill out for ages. I think we send it away, but I think you take a look at it. Because what am I on? I'm on 6. I'm on 6, is that right? I'm on 6, so what? I'd be putting Master down because I need the guy to clean up. And then I'd play 2 ley lines. You'd Vigor me. I'd Wasteland you. You'd Noxious. I'd die. Oh, I hate it. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to mulligan. Okay. Yeah, so I said I'm going to mulligan, right? So I'm going to mulligan. Now I'm going to go to 4. Pray for Bazaar of Baghdad. Bazaar, Leyline, Wasteland? Sure. Sure. Say done. That's my Leyline. Show me your vigor, homie. Show me your vigor. So that's the Bazaar of Baghdad. Up to 7, down to 4. They took a mulligan to a number of cards. And they exile Therapy Bridge, something else. We hit them with the old Wasty Boy. Bing bing. And that can be tough. Back to us. We get a Hollow 1 and a Vengevine. Oh, come on. If there's a god, there will be a lizard. Nope. I'm gonna gamble. You'll go. I'm gonna gamble. Looks like they've got the vigor. The vigor handy. Trap me. Okay. No vigor, but a trap. Okay, so I just lose a turn of my Hollow 1. What am I doing? I'm gonna pass. Oh god. I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased. What did I lose? Squee, Vengevine, but they're durdling as well. Okay, no, one of them's gotta go. Sorry, but one of you has got to go. I'm not playing this game forever. I'm now protected against their vigor. Oh, can you imagine how much I would have lost my mind last turn if I'd activated? Okay, there's the vigor. I could have just fucked around too long in this game. Squee comes back though. Squee coming back is going to be good because the sooner I can get myself onto a Rav trap, the better. Sometimes this game's fantastic. Cool. In for 4. My Squee is immune from trap at the moment as well, so I'm going to get a lock to get another turn with that. And whenever they find a Bazaar, this is already here. So we look like we're in a decent spot. Oh, this league was such a mistake. Is this another vigor to deal with the Hollow 1? So So what? What do we do? What do we do? Well, we see what we draw. What do we draw? I don't need any of these cards. I'll hold the figure. The lizard's another fantastic draw to. Sorry, my screen's a disgrace. The lizard's another fantastic draw to protect the squee from the traps, and then we just get him for 5. And I feel like we're kind of at that point now where we don't really care too much about the vigor. So we're just going to get the cards in. Squee comes back. Life is sweet. Subtleties here. Straight to the bin. Okay, if they've got another trap, then I'll be sad. But if they've got another trap, then I don't care. So they need to top deck Bazaar right now, right? Because they're just dying. You're at 5. Traps me. But that means there's no discards. So, well, there was no discard anyway. They just have to hit Bazaar here. Bazaar into Hollow 'em. GGs are called in chat. GGs, always lovely to play. So, yeah, we win. That was nice. So we've only lost 2 combos so far with our squee decks. That's nice. And we round off this league with Matthias Hardstyle and some mulligans. Hide game log, show game log. I don't want to block chat. I want to show game log. I'm mulligan to 6. Oppo, so I'm on the play. That's nice to see. Oppo doing something. Oppo keeps 7. We're going to powder. Keep 4 Force of Wills in the deck. Mulligan to 5. Bizarre, Hollow 1, Negation, Lizards. Fine. Okay, so what do we want to get rid of? I guess just Lizard Wasteland. No Chancellor. Lizard Vine for the home team. One time. So unlucky. I'm just going to play 2 Hollow Ones. Opponent doesn't have a lurrus. They're on mono white, I imagine. Mishra's Workshop, motherfucker. Time Vault. Okay. You got the key as well. I hate this game. So I need to get up and down onto Vigor this turn. So Vigor. Mindbreak Trap. Nope. So we die. Unless they've got a Mox for their land drop, but I might sit around for 2 minutes whilst they demonstrate what they're playing. I will counter a Mox here, obviously, but it's just any land drop. I just want to know whether on there like Raker, Jewel, or Prison. That's the info I'm interested in. What flavor of workshop am I against? That's the City of Traitors, which just kills me. City of Traitors doesn't narrow anything down though. They play a Sensei's top, which makes it more likely the other one. And then they target the Time Vault. I'm going to go with no possible plays. And just make them do it for a moment or 2. Show me something interesting. Nettle Cyst. Does that make it specifically prison shops? I don't know how this works. Maybe I was supposed to counter that, because now I'm not going to show me any more cards. Oh well, never mind, we're dead. Oh, they were going to show me more cards. I didn't anticipate that. Well, clap clap, skill game. What's up with everything here? Subtlety? Seems pretty bad. I might just resubmit. Vigor negation trap force of will. Yeah, I'm just going to ship it. I'm just going to ship it in. I think my pre-board is better than everything they've got. They've obviously got the wastelands and all of that jazz, but you know. Okay, so I could have obviously not deployed all of the hollow ones there, and that would have been fine. That would have been a play. But it's just such a soul read when I'm going to be on turn 2 negation, right? So I don't mind too much. Let's just go Bizarre, Squee, Vengevine. Bizarre, Squee. Let's get rid of the subtlety. We've got Wastelands, we've got Force of Will, so we can interact. We can pick up our Bazaar of Baghdad if they've got Wastelands. So I think we're comfy. I think we're comfy for a game to grind in. Mishra's Workshop. Grafdigger's Cage is fine. That doesn't matter. Now they've got 2 cards left. 2 mana left. They're just going to send it back to us. So we're going to get our Squee back, then we're going to Wasteland them. And we'll still have Force of Will up. Let's activate the Bazaar. And I'll discard... Do I want to discard a Wasteland or a Master of Death? I'm going to discard a Master. They didn't really have much to say just now. So, Wasteland you. And I am concerned about Strip Mine coming out of them, so I want to hold this Noxious for a wee moment. They've got another Workshop. They've got a Grim Monolith, okay. They've got a Mystic Forge, which I'll negate. I don't think they're on a blue list, but they might be. And then now we can... Wait, what did I pitch? I pitched Force of Will. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Vengevine's fine. So Vengevine, Squee, Master. Wasteland you. I've got another Force of Will. I've got another Wasteland. I fucked up though with that Force of Will. I don't know why I did that. I kept one Master for that exact purpose. And we discussed everything. So now they're on... But now they're just losing, right? So they don't have Wastelands. I've got Wastelands. Vengevine again. I continue to not care about Vengevine. So okay, Master, Squee, and Lizard. My clock will slowly develop. I'm gonna... I can't Wasteland because I've got the Noxious. So even if they slow roll a Saga or an Academy or some shit like that, I've still got an answer to it. Just 4 Wastelands in a row. And at some point maybe we'll Vigor them, but we just don't need to. Black Lotus, okay. What does Black Lotus do for you? Talon Gates, sure. Talon Gates phases out a Lizard, that's fine. Then they just pass to me. Okay, but I get back Squee. I only need to worry about this Noxious on Wasteland when they present some graveyard hate or play a land with a relevant text box. That's a Vigor though. So let's activate again. This is it, isn't it? This is the life we signed up for. So if I go Powder Master Vengevine. Powder, Squee, Vengevine. And I can Vigor Pitching Noxious. And then next turn I can kill them. That seems good. So these three, I've got double Force of Will, Vigor, Lizard. You're at 16. And then next turn you take 14. Mox Sapphire's fine. City of Traitors is fine. Do I want to Vigor anything? Do I even bother? I will. Let's kill these two. I've got Force of Will if they've got PO. They've got one card in hand. They crack that for white and they untap a Grim Monolith. What did I hit? I hit Lotus for some reason. Who knows why. We untap, we get back a Squee. Chalice. Lizard. Lizard. Squee. Triple Vengevine. Double Forcible, Chalice of the Void, and a Hollow one. Might hold the Hollow one. They can't have Tabernacle actually, can they? That's nonsense. That's not true. But I mean, I can actually just relax. There's no reason to run into Tabernacle and cry about it next turn. I can just 14 you now. And if you have Tabernacle, I've got Hollow one to chill out with. And bring back the vines and kill you again. So I will just hold it. Because they're just dead anyway. Sensei's top is fine. Maybe Sensei's top should get countered. They concede the game. Cool. Okay, begin sideboarding. Do we think we're still happy? I think we're still happy, right? Like, I've got no other suggestions for how I should be sideboarded, so I'm just going to ship the main. Once again. Like, what can they have? Scrolling Crawler? Like, who cares? Scrolling Crawler is basically a squee for me. Okay, so 2 vines have gone, 2 squees have gone, 2 powders have gone. It's quite a lot of different things that we've lost, but everything's redundant. There's nothing here for us. Nothing here for us. We're just mulliganing a bit too low to have a really competitive hand. And we miss on 5. But we've got a powder. I'm going to hide Vigor, Force. But they're on 5 as well. They're on 5 and they keep. We're going to powder and we're going to hide Vigor, Force. And we keep Hollow one Bazaar. Double Hollow on a bunch of Bazaars. Have you kept turn 1 kill this time as well? Lotus. For some mana. Time Vault. Good grief. Key. Land? Sure. Good games. That was fun though. I had a lot of fun. Squee is always a blast. I don't think this match or this league made me think that I can play it at Eternal Weekend. I think I'll be on a dredge list of some variety. But who knows? Who knows how it goes? We'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I am going to bed. That's it. Squee's fun. You should play Squee, but if you do play Squee, don't expect to win too many matches of Magic. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.